Hey Gemini, how's it going? Welcome. It's good to see you. It's good to see you in July. Welcome to Light Guided. A couple of housekeeping things. So in the description box below, you will see a link to my website. I offer private readings, live coaching, and also distance healing, energy healing. So if any of those things resonate for you, please feel free to check it out. We'd love to meet you and get to know you and see how we can offer support in this time to you. I specialize in working with empaths and lightworkers and people that would consider themselves healers or helpers. So definitely feel free to check that out. And obviously these messages in this venue are very general. And we know they don't resonate for everybody. But if you like the overall feel and style of the messages, feel free to leave us a comment, like, share, and subscribe on the channel. We'd love to hear from you and get more feedback from you all. All right, so with that, I'm going to look at soul messages for the month of July. Soul messages for Gemini for the month of July. Soul messages for Gemini for the month of July. Oh, this is such a beautiful card. Visualize. So this might not be quite what you're thinking it is, Gemini, but let me share with you what I think it is, and we'll go from there. How about that? So this card, I love this card, first of all. It's such a beautiful energy. And this card is about reminding your soul that there is more in the world than meets the eye. There is, not everything is black and white. And Gemini, I know you can be very imaginative anyway, but sometimes even in your imaginings, you can get stuck on a pattern, a way of thinking that doesn't allow you to see the bigger picture. It doesn't allow you to see everything in between. So this card for your soul for the month of July is really a reminder about working toward seeing the variation in everything, that everything has more than one story, everything has more than one dream is the word that comes to mind. I don't know why that might resonate for some of you, but everything has more than one story, more than one color. Seeing the bigger picture, being willing to open to new ideas, new beliefs, new people, new pathways, new ways of thinking and feeling. So that's, in my mind, that's a transformative card. For those of you that step into that, it's a transformative card. So let's see what other energies are here for you for the month of July. Woo! It's like half the deck flying out. And my cat would like to be part of your reading, but I'm going to ask him to not be. Okay, let's see how long we can keep the cat out of your reading. All right, so the three cards that you have, these are the overall energies for the month of July. All That Glitters, Treasure Island, and Peace. Give me just a moment to tune into these cards. Okay, so what I'm getting for some of you is that going back to this theme of seeing things beyond the black and white, right? Really expanding your vision, expanding your perspective to be able to see more to the story. So some of you in the month of July, you're going to be really dealing with your perspective on manifestation and what that means to you. For many of you, it feels like you are very focused on trying to manifest certain things, and the interest or the desire to do that. Now, of course, it's all coming from a good place, right? We all human beings, the Spirit only wants for us to be joyful and abundant, okay? So it's all coming from a good place. but sometimes we can be motivated by our ego when we think about abundance, when we think about what we need and want in life. And by ego, what we often miss in that is that we're actually generating our messages of abundance or our desire for abundance. We're generating that from a place of lack, meaning that we're afraid of not having enough, so we focus on generating abundance, okay? But the work here is in focusing on healing the belief that there's not enough to begin with. So if you notice that you're a person who's focusing on abundance and you're trying to manifest and nothing is happening, you may need to go a little bit deeper and look below the surface. Are you trying to manifest abundance because you're afraid of not having enough or not getting your needs met or not having what you need? If that's the case, then that's the part that needs healing so that you can tune into the energy of abundance and really receive that abundance. So that's going to require, for some of you, it's going to require you to start looking at things a little differently and going a little bit deeper. And this message piece comes up in two ways. First being that some of you believe that if you have all of your physical needs met, you have the house, you have the car, you have the job, you have the money, whatever that is, that all of that is going to bring you peace. But the other message here is that peace comes from an inner knowing. Peace comes from being able to heal that inner part of ourselves that's afraid that there isn't enough. And once we heal that place in us of lack, of fear, of anxiety, of not having enough, then suddenly we have more than enough. Suddenly our lives are overflowing with abundance, and not just the kind that you can buy, but overflowing with abundance, the abundance of love and joy and gratitude and fulfillment and a sense of connection. Okay, just want to pull some additional clarifying cards on these. What more can we know about what needs to be healed here for Gemini? Oh my goodness, Gemini. You got a lot going on, Gemini. Okay, so let me take a look at these. A lot of cards came out, and they're all relevant, so this is great. Okay. And they're reinforcing a little bit of what I've already said. So here's the abundance card, citrine. Again, you're trying to manifest, but you keep bumping into barriers around that. But you are in a learning process. So stay open to the learning. Stay open to the learning. Part of the learning is going to be learning how to relax into the process of healing and the process of manifesting. Those two things go together. That's about being in alignment with your goal, with your abundance. And a lot of times when we talk about law of attraction and things like that, we don't talk about how to get from point A to point B. We just say, think good thoughts, think good thoughts. But if you have wounding in the place where those thoughts are coming from, and you're afraid of not having enough, and that's why you're focused on abundance, then you're only going to continue to be in that fear and continue to not attract the abundance that's available to you, okay? So balance. This is similar to that visualize, which is, finding the in-between. What's the full picture? What's the full perspective here? There's more than just black and white. The last three messages, I don't know what order these go in. They're not coming to me strongly, but some of you may have a need around relationship healing, and I'm feeling that not only could this be romantic relationship for some of you, but this is familial relationship. So where this core belief, as an example, where this core belief of lack may come from for some of you, started in early childhood. It started from your family's beliefs about abundance and about lack of abundance, right? Fear around not having enough. And so some of you may need to do some healing with your family around that in order to find your own healing. And sometimes, you know, healing is a different journey for everyone, but a part of that is around acceptance. When we stop resisting what is in front of us, when we stop resisting the stories, when we stop fighting against ourselves and we come into a place of acceptance, suddenly everything shifts, right? Everything becomes easier and more fluid. We're not fighting against ourselves anymore. And you also got the life purpose card here. For some of you that are going through this journey right now, it may very well be as you begin to learn this skill around manifestation, around healing, around what needs to be healed so that you can manifest the things in your life that you truly desire. This may end up becoming a life purpose for some of you, in that you may start to teach other people about this. You may become a public speaker or something like that, where you're helping other people find their abundance, because you're walking that journey and you're now learning, what steps do I need to take in order to get there? And that's powerful. That's super powerful. So I want to look into these energies a little bit more. Let's see, what more does Gemini need to know for the month of July? What other messages, Spirit, do you have for Gemini in the month of July? Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Love it. Okay. So, for some of you, you may be walking away from a situation that might involve a person of interest, a romantic partner. Conversely, you may be walking away from a situation that leads you to be with this partner. Okay, so depending on how this resonates for you, every situation is different. But you are going to have to walk away from something in order to start moving in toward your abundance. And what you can see is, as she's walking away through this gate, you can see this beautiful golden light lighting her path in front of her. So once you make the decision to leave behind patterns, beliefs, behaviors, the fear of lack, whatever that is for you, maybe a relationship that holds you back or that you feel like holds you back, once you make up your mind to move away from that, all of this energy around abundance is going to start coming toward you. It's going to start to make a lot more sense. So for those of you that are not walking away from a romantic partner or a past heartbreak, you may be walking toward a new partnership. I feel like this is you walking toward that person, and you know them, but they don't quite know you yet. And the way I'm seeing that is like you have seen them before. You know them through other people, but you're not sure if they know you, if they recognize that you have friends in common or things like that. But I feel like this is going to be in a social setting where you're going to connect in an in-flesh social setting. So I feel like this is a person that you're very interested in. There's something about them that really draws you in, that really intrigues you. And you've kind of been watching them from a distance, but you really want to get to know them. You want them to see you and to get to know you as well. And right now it's hard to say if this will evolve into a romantic partnership, but you certainly hope it will. Yeah, heart chakra. So some of you are definitely doing some healing and opening your heart to someone else. I'm getting several different messages. So for those of you where this message resonates, where there's someone that you have a crush on kind of thing that you're interested in knowing, you hope that that person's your person, but I feel like there's someone better for you that you haven't met yet, in most cases, okay? And that this experience of connecting is going to help you to open your heart even more. And happy family. Boy, this is really, For some of you, this is about your current family, your family of origin, that you just have a beautiful connection with some of them, and that's the life that you want to have moving forward. So there's some of you this will resonate with. This is kind of your dream. This is something that you're working toward, that you hope will happen in your life. And door to spirit. So you're really, all of these situations, all of this inner growth that's happening in July is moving you toward spirit in a much bigger way than you have in the past, that you have up to this point. Let's look a little bit closer at happy family. What more can you tell us about happy family? Oh, and I know some of you want to know about this person. Let's start with this person. What more can you tell us about this person? Oh, you're anxious to move forward. I see that. You feel like this person is going to bring something really valuable into your life. What's the outcome of this connection for Gemini? So the outcome is 6th chakra, which is improving your intuition. So I feel like this is an important connection for you. Again, an important connection for you, helping you to move toward a much more stable connection at a later time. But it is an important one, and you're going to, through that connection, you're going to learn about balance and patience, okay? 2 really important things. And let's look a little bit more at happy family. What more can we know for Gemini about happy family? Oh, it may be that some of you haven't had the happiest families, so that you are actually working toward this version of the happy family that you want. And here's adjacent possibilities. So as I said before, you might have opportunities with different people in your life right now, but there are other possibilities coming forward at a later time. And that said, you can certainly have a fun time in July. No harm, no foul, right? Any additional messages for Gemini journey? Yeah, so this is about your spiritual journey. It's about your path and about your growth right now, and you're really in this beautiful place of growing. And so the experiences that you have in this month are going to continue to help you grow in your ability to see the bigger picture. It's going to help you heal relationships in your family, heal your beliefs and ideas about what you need and want in relationships, so that you can work toward that happy family that you desire. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull some soul cards for you, Gemini. Let's see what more your soul needs to know for the month of July. Am I in my head or am I in my heart? Black and white. Am I in my head, which is all black and white, or am I in my heart, which can be all kinds of colors? When we live from our heart, we see things in different ways. We see the broadness of things. We see how varied the story can be. And so this card says, what is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator. I cannot read today. Mercury is in retrograde, by the way. I'm sticking with that. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. So finding that in between, really working on finding the in-between to things, all the colors in between, not just the black and white. And I'm going to pull some additional angel messages for you. Positive thinking. Positive thinking is vital in creating a healthy and abundant life. A positive attitude, along with positive beliefs and thoughts, are crucial ingredients for creating happiness. Don't worry, think love. All right, my Virgo. Sorry, you're not Virgo, you're Gemini. Virgo must still be on my mind. Gemini. I hope these messages are helpful for the month of July. I wish you all the best, and we'll see you again. Blessings.